Guys, it's Will here, and I'm recording this video to tell you guys that I finally did it, okay? And by the way, I'm using this little microphone, one, because I want to try it out. I got it for Christmas, and I want to just try out my new toy. And two, my dad is sleeping downstairs, so I'm trying not to be too loud, which is why I'm in the closet too. So yeah, I finally passed the day after my fourth try, okay? When we get there, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you all the story because it is kind of funny. Because one, I got the same lady again. So when we showed up, we they called my number like they always do, and then there she is, exact same lady, and she was the kind of lady that her eyes always were drooping down, just like eyes were like screw this, I'm giving up, and they just kind of start drooping down. You already know what she looks like. She's not pleasant, okay? You already know that. So we get there and she's just, Mama. And I'm like, crap. And my mom told me that if I get the same person again, that she's going to try to help me to maybe get someone else, or we're going to leave. And we sit down and we go through the whole process. And my mom says, hang on, just give us a second, okay? And the lady's like, sure, whatever, go ahead. And then me and my mom walk back. So if you've ever been to the Fuquay DMV, you know that the little hallway where the bathrooms are, we go back there so nobody can hear us. And my mom's like, okay, we could either quit this and go to Cary and risk, and we probably can't do it today because I'm busy and your dad's working, so we probably can't do it today if we do that. Or what we could do is you could give this lady another chance. Maybe you've had some experience with her. You know how strict she is, and plus this is your third time. You know what you're doing a little bit better by now. Maybe you'll actually pass this time, okay? And I was like, it would be kind of funny if I get it on the 13th. Plus, I know what I'm doing a little bit better now that I know how strict it is and what they're looking for. I'll give it a chance, okay? I'll give it another go. And, if I don't, I'll just learn what I'm doing wrong, and I'll learn from this experience, and I'll try again. I'll do better next time. Mom was like, okay, that's good right there. That's a good reason. I was like, okay, screw it. Let's do it. Let's just get this over with. So then we get up there, we go, she says, okay, now are you ready? And I start feeling my blood pressure, because if any of y'all, the ones who know me, know that I get nervous so fast, and when I do this, that's pretty much a sign that I'm nervous as heck right now. So I do this, and the lady was like, okay, I remember how nervous you were, and that is why you screwed up. When people are nervous, they make stupid mistakes. And I was like, you know what, that's actually kind of true. I've heard a lot of people that made stupid mistakes because, they were super nervous. Like, I know one guy that he made a left on red, and he got screwed up royally. And then she was like, wow, that's kind of funny. And I started talking with her, like, oh shoot, I'm already off to a better start. So then we do the thing where she's got to check all your lights everywhere to make sure your lights are good before you even get on the road. We do all of that, and then she gets in, and she sees that I have started the car like I'm supposed to, and she's like, sir, you're not supposed to start the car, you're just supposed to start the battery now. And I'm sitting there like, but it's a Prius, it don't work like that, it's a button. Yes, I do drive a Prius, which I really like the Prius because it's tiny, it's half electric, so it's not as bad as regular cars with the whole gas thing, and just it's really comfortable. Like if y'all ever get a chance to drive a Prius, it's really cool. I like the Prius a lot. That's probably gonna be my first car if I can afford it. So I explained to her, our Prius don't work like that, and she's just like, whatever. And then I sit down. And I'm like, you are buckled up, right? And then she's like, yes, I'm buckled up. Yes, we're good this time, okay? And I'm like, okay, good. I'm not screwing up like that again this time. I heard my dad. Hang on. What? I'm using it. Hang on. Okay, we're good. My dad whistled to me wondering where his flashlight is. That's the light I'm using right now. It's a really nice flashlight he has, because you see how wide it is right now. That's why he likes it a lot. So, okay, so we're in the part. So I was on the part where we had just buckled up, and then I leave. Nothing really happens in the drive. Nothing that I remember. It was just your standard driving test. So we get back, and there was one part where the neighborhood sign said 35, and so when we're parked, she's like, okay, here's the deal, and she didn't tell me I passed till I got in, so I still didn't know. So she was like, okay, first of all, you went a little bit faster in that neighborhood, and I was like, but wait, I told you as we passed by that it said 35 right there on the road, and I even pointed to you, say, hey, look, it says 35 right here, just to make sure you knew what was going on. And I went 33 max. I watched my speed limit like a hawk, y'all. I was constantly between, okay, is there any road signs I need to look for? Okay, it's 33, there's a 35 right there. I'm not going above 33, just to be safe, and I didn't. So then she was like, okay, first of all, your turns are terrible, sir. And I'm like, I didn't see any problems with it. I mean, like, I know you're the instructor and you're watch a lot closer than I do, but I didn't think it was all that bad. And she's like, sir, your turns, though. And I was like, okay, what else? And then she's like, that was actually all I noticed and that you should have gone a lot slower than neighborhood. And I'm like, but it said 35. And she was like, but what if a kid runs out? And I'm like, I get your point, but most kids aren't that stupid these days. So, I mean, yeah, good point, but still. And she was like, okay, now let's just go inside. And what's funny is that this time she let me go inside. You see what I mean? So, I don't know why. I just hit myself. So yeah, we get in there, and then she's like, No, the first thing I noticed is that one of the pieces of paper I had was my temporary permit before I got my real permit, the plastic one, the real one. She took that permit and just threw it right in the trash. And my mom tapped me like, hey, that's a good sign. And then I was like, yeah, And then, so, we're just going through the whole process, like I said. And then she looks at me and she says, that'll be $20. And I'm like, wait, did I get a fine or something? And my mom's like, no, you passed. And then she looked at me and she's like, huh? And then I just go, ugh! Yes! Just like that. I'm just sitting there, ugh! And she was like, congratulations, you passed this time. And then we start going through the whole process, and the whole time I'm just sitting there, okay, can we get this over with? Can we get this over with? And I'm just kind of like mentally having a mental breakdown trying not to show it, because I passed finally with the same lady, which I thought was just hilarious. And so yeah, we do all that, and then we leave, and I tell my mom about the whole thing where she told me not to turn the engine on, just to turn the battery on, which is exactly how she said it. And then she was like, I could tell the way that she said it, that she was holding back and did not want to give you the license, but she had to by law, because it was her job. And then I'm like, yeah, I kind of noticed that too. Didn't she? She did do that, didn't she? My mom was like, yeah, she did. And so we go off, and then I tell my dad, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's how I finally passed on my third time, and on Friday the 13th. And y'all remember it was Friday the 13th today? So yeah, so maybe Friday the 13th isn't bad after all. So that's it, and I hope y'all enjoyed my little story. Bye, y'all.